Hi, it's me again with Corel Weld Tips and Tricks. Somebody's having some trouble with welding. They send me two pictures of before and after, and the text just disappeared. It's always better to, if you're going to send me and you got my email address, send me the Corel file. I've got the latest Corel. I can open up any version. That way I've got your font, I've got your size, I've got, because every font it could be a little bit different. But I just typed out a font pretty close to it, and I am going to left click, right click, and you can see it needs to be welded. But at first we need to go to object and break it apart so we can bring this. I'm going to set my nudge factor something pretty low, because if you try to move that by hand, you might be off a little bit, but you can always nudge it where they're just kind of touching. Now, since we've already broken them apart, we can go up to object and convert them to curves and then select everything and weld it, and it worked. And you can always test to see what it looks like by doing that. Now, here's his problem when he draws a rectangle. He might be using both. If you try to make a frame, inadvertently you might get the wrong one, or one of them might be, so I'm trying to make this fit just tight. And I need to bring that in a little bit. Anyway, let's leave that alone. Now let's make this frame, just so we'll have a picture frame. Go to contour. Contour is the best way to do it, outside to an inch. So we have an inch frame. Go up to object and break the contour apart. Then I would set my nudge factor on something pretty big and nudge this part of the frame out. Now here's his problem when he does this. He gets that. Because a lot of times, there's a lot of things going on, and you can even try to convert it to a curve. So there's two layers there. One's a box, one's the text. It's either going to be front minus back, or front minus back, or back minus front. And there you go. It cut the part off. Now you can nudge. I put P. I should have nudged. Let me go completely backwards. And then just nudge it back up. There's your frame. And then to test it, just fill that in with black, and that's going to be your welded text. So the weld tool sometimes, will work on that, and sometimes it won't. But you can always, when you got a solid item like that, try either front minus back or back minus front. It's going to let you know, like if you go back minus front, you're going to get that, because it's taking the back away from the front. But if you take the front away from the back, that's what you're going to get. And then just nudge that back and then fill that in with the Smart Fill tool. And I always do that anyway. Even I'm going to cut it out, and then if I'm going to cut this out, I'm going to left click, right click, and make sure it's a hairline, and then that will cut out. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.